skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Star is treacherous, I effortlessly show him skills. Yeah. I do it for the family, I might just throw my...
Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Atlanta Falcons.
Come on, fellas.
Put up! Hey, ball.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
The 29-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 50. Learn. You can't block me.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. Now that's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock the ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Lock in. Go.
Mike 27. Hey, get away.
Ran.
Check Mike 27.
Now Trubisky. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Pick it up. 180.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. That was shades of Tennessee volunteer football back in the 80s with Charles Davis coming up from the secondary to make the tackle for a loss.
You mean my teammates doing that, right? Because they would tell you, my coach would say, where's that tape? I want to see that. But how about the complete package there? Not just playing the pass, but being a willing tackler and making a really nice play.
On second and goal, Trubisky, and he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Protein spill.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now Ito Smith, nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
After watching that play result, it took me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and we asked him, so how you plan to move the ball against this defense?
He didn't really tip his hand, did he?
No, he didn't. I think it's because he really didn't have an answer. He wasn't quite sure how he was going to get it done, and that play showed us exactly why he was worried.
Yeah, this number one defense, they can put that on their highlight reel. They have been able to stop the run all season long. On third down, Ryan. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, getting the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And they give this time to the tailback. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a third down and less than a yard.
Get up! 180! 45. You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare. 45 the mark.
Trubisky now to throw on third down. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really...
Julio Jones all alone. The 40, 30, 10... Touchdown, Falcons! Julio Jones, 96 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. So from back deep in their own territory, all the way into the end zone. You think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now it's Trubisky. Finding Gabriel complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Ready for
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Throwing quickly, that's caught by Sanu. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Hey, quick lance. Hey, white. Six guys. Get up.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded at the 20. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And now it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Trubisky. He finds Robinson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
45, 18. Jumper.
1st down, a run with Cohen. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And he'll give it here to his running back. He finds some open field here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On second down, it's Cohen. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 12 yards there and a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Alert! Hey, 18.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They come out here in the I. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. You go tight. Red, go. You go tight right there.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Bears have taken the lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Bears 14, Falcons 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, South! Watch the slant. Motion. Hey, 58 is a mic. 22! Watch the screen.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Gets it off to Freeman. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Down. Ready. You ready? Hey, I'm coming after you. 51, down. 45. Where we go? 21. Where we go? Deuce.
To throw on 3rd down, Ryan. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I got you, boy.
And to give this time to the tailback. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step it up. 58, boy. 58. Come on. Hey, I'm coming.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And that will be incomplete.
They had enough yards for the 1st down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No 1st down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
as they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Get that quarterback at all costs.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Hey, Tuesday.
Back D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Now on 2nd and 16. Ryan, this complete to Jones. That one covers 29 yards, first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
59, ready. 525.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Check.
Hey, check. 21.
45.
On 3rd down, Ryan airing it out, looking for Ridley. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
45.
Hey, two.
Watch the run.
And the blitz does come. And this is Gabriel on the catch. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game. It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard, and while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Let's go, D. Double time, double time.
Wait.
Down, stand up in.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Silver.
11.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58. Right.
Let him go.
Now Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Alert.
Get him.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
And it's 3rd down.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. Averaging over 50 yards of punt so far as this one's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a gain of 34.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Ready, at 25.
58, come on.
Space.
58, right over there, yeah.
11.
Right there. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day on this.
25.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Leonard Floyd. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Trubisky brings the Bears out 1st and 10 at the 20.
Whip. Watch the whip.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. This is Cohen. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
45. Mike, 45.
Hey, we heavy on the inside.
Again, it's Cohen. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Alert, alert!
45, 45, 45, Mike, 45.
They run. This is Cohen. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
It's all right. Hey, 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 hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down. Wide motion, wide motion. 45, 45. Mike, 45.
On third down, a run with Cohen. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. This to make it a 3-score game late. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Here we go, let's bring it.
Here's Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Hey, South!
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Don't let him breathe! Don't let him breathe!
Hey, South!
Hey, Delta!
58, boys, 58, 58, it's Mike. Guys, it's game situation.
Now Ryan on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Base, base.
Check, 45 to Mike. Watch QB jump. Watch QB jump. Watch the edge.
Gun.
Banjo.
Hey, Ripley.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Go.
Looking to throw again on second down. Ryan, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
59, ready. 25.
45.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed.